seeing as it was the Super Bowl today, I thought let's create a demo app that displays some scores of various years, but let's generate it all using Claude, using the new integration with Xcode. All right, so let's create a new project and we'll make it a regular app. And we're going to call it Super Bowl Stats. You can just create that. And you'll notice that in the top left-hand corner, we have this coding assistant tab. And that's, a similar agent UI that you'll be used to in Cursor and other apps like that. So we can just start typing create an app to display Super Bowl scores for each year in a list view. When clicking on the list view, show a detailed view for that year's game. And then we'll just press return and let it do its thing. You'll notice the UI looks a little bit iMessage. Funny that. And while we're waiting for that, I'll just show you how to set up Claude in Xcode. So you just need to go into settings, and then under intelligence, you can select your provider. So you could use OpenAI with ChatGPT and Codex. I've just selected to use Anthropic with Claude. And if you go down this set of windows here, you'll just see an area where you can sign into Claude, take you to the browser, take you back, and then you're signed in, and then you can just use them in here. So similar to other AI apps, it creates a nice plan and whatnot, because it's just using the underlying Claude model, but I like how they display it nicely in the UI there. All right, time to build and run the app. Ooh, Claude didn't do such a good job there. So let's tell it that. Build failed, fix this. And a nice thing of having Claude integrated directly into Xcode is you don't have to copy and paste build errors back like you did in Cursor. Of course, it has access to everything. So let's allow all commands. This is going. All right, so it reckons that it fixed the issue. Let's give it a run again. All right, that's better. All right, and there we go. A list of various games. Let's select one, and then we get some details of the game itself. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, seems to scale well. All right, so notice that it's saying 2024. Let's fix that. Can you make sure the year doesn't have a comma in it? All right, and now we can see the year's been fixed. Now that did take a lot longer than I'm used to in Claude code, so we're going to go out on a little limb here, and let's just open this folder in the terminal itself, and let's just compare what it's like. And maybe I'll just undo the change. Can you undo this change, please? Hopefully this is quicker. That's a bit better. Alright, so that's reverted it now, and what was the prompt that I gave it before? Can you make sure the year doesn't have a comma in it? Alright, so let's do that in the terminal. Can you make sure the year doesn't have a comma in it? Yeah, see, we've already got a bit of feedback there, you know, reading 3 files. That was so much faster than doing it via Xcode. So I'm not quite sure what it was doing. I'm not sure if there's a shared memory that's causing it to remember what it did in Xcode, even though we're using it in a new instance in terminal. But yeah, maybe compare how it works in the CLI versus Xcode, and I'm sure that's something that they'll work on in future if it is an Xcode performance issue. So anyway, there you have it. A nice little app, Super Bowl themed, created without writing a single line of code ourselves, using the new integrations with Xcode. Personally, this feels a lot smoother than trying to jump between cursor and Xcode like we used to, or even you know, some of that predictive autocomplete stuff that Apple initially unveiled. This is really nice, seamless AI integration, and I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone creates with it. So let me know in the comments if you've had good or bad experiences with it. All right, see you in the next video.